morning, everybody. It's Chris, your YouTube daddy here. We're going on an adventure. I'm not telling you where we're going because I don't know. So I don't know how long it's going to take us to get there because I don't know where we're going. We're just going to have a drive around. It's Tuesday and it's so quiet out there. Oh my God. It is so quiet, which is surprising because it's really nice weather. So it's unbelievable how quiet it is out there. So I was shut like a little after 3 because there was just nobody about. So we're going on an adventure. I said, let the people just aimlessly walk past and walk across the road. Okay, we're waiting for the traffic lights to change here. So we're just outside Coral Island. And the traffic lights have changed. So we're going on an adventure. So I'm not going to tell you where we are, but I will talk about what's around us. Hotels. Lots of hotels around us. This is where the posh hotels are. I think we drove past there today. As I said, there's a new coffee bar there. You can see that it was a cafe last time I drove past it, or the time before that. It was a cafe, but now it's a coffee bar. As I said, there's a few hotels up for sale around here. But it's such a nice day. It's quite warm as well. It's 18 degrees, which is pretty warm considering we're in September and it's not raining or anything, which has surprised me. Because normally on week 3 of September, we start getting a little bit busier. I know it's going to be busy this weekend because we've got the fireworks and it's the Glasgow weekend, so the place will be full of sweaties and stuff like that. So I know it's going to be busy this weekend, but normally it gets busy during the week. But for some reason, it's just not got busy this week. It's still very, very quiet. You know, we have had Septembers like this before. It happens every now and then. But it's just surprising. I'm used to week 3 being quite busy, but it's literally, and it gets quite boring as well. The problem is, Blackpool's a town of extremes. You go from either complete carnage where you can barely keep up to you're sat there with your thumb up your backside thinking, what the hell am I going to do next? So we're at that state at the moment, but I have to turn up and go there. So it's only 6 weeks till the end of the season now. I'll just swap lanes because I'm going this way. I hope those of you who know where we are in Blackpool are following me, and so you know exactly which roads we're on. It's 6:30 now. As I say, I was shut a little after 3, about 3:30 maybe. Cleaned up, went home, changed my t-shirt, stuff like that, because I was absolutely covered in grease. Don't get me wrong, I've not done nothing today, it's just been very slow. The problem is, for the past 2.5 months, I've been used to queues, massive queues, like queues that are lasting 8 hours long, and it's an hour just to get to me. And you go from that to doing a burger every now and then. It's like, oh my God. And it's more difficult to actually cook when you've not got that many people there, because when you've got people there constantly, you're constantly cooking, you never stop cooking, so you're constantly cooking, chopping onions, so everything's there ready for you. But when there's not that many people there, you don't have that much stuff cooked, because obviously I like to have stuff cooked fresh, and I don't like stuff to be hanging around in the bain-marie for too long, and you also don't want wastage. So it's more of an aggravation when there's less people there, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to turn right here. We're by the number 3 pub. You can see the number 3 pub directly ahead of us. Can any guys remember what it used to be called before it was called the number 3? I have been in there, but it was a few years ago. So there it is, just down there. You can just see it on the right hand side of the pub. You'll see it once the traffic lights change. That bus is in the way. There's way too many traffic lights in Blackpool. Should be like Telford. Where I'm from in Telford, I've probably told you before, it's more roundabouts in Telford rather than traffic lights because it's more of a new town. So it's built around roundabouts and they're a lot easier to navigate because obviously if there's nothing coming, it doesn't matter, you just go straight over the roundabout. Where here it's just traffic lights everywhere. I'm sure they can replace half the traffic lights with roundabouts. Wouldn't make life a lot easier? So we got the number 3 pub there, and then we got the number 3 chippy there. Why is it called the number 3? Is there a reason for that? Does anybody know? Is it owned by the same people, or is there significance of why it's called the number 3? No idea. I wonder what's down here. Let's go and have a look down here. I've no idea what's down here. So let's go and have a look what's down here. Houses. Quite nice houses, to be fair. Quite a nice area. There is quite a bit of property for sale around here at the moment, I have noticed. But I did read somewhere that the property market seems to be a lot more buoyant than it used to be. So there's a lot more houses being sold and up for sale, and it has gone up on the property market by a couple of percent. So it sounds like I bought my house just in time before I know they've gone up about 2 or 3% on the house prices. So it sounds like I've got rid of my house. I sold my house and bought a new house just in the right time before the prices went up too much. But I have noticed around these areas especially, these are your, as you say, the houses around here are probably worth 180,000 maybe to 200,000 around here. So there's a Neenah station. Neenah. We're just going past the Neenah station. And we're going past the park on my right hand side. Really nice parking there. I've not been in there for years. There's Bowling Green on my right hand side there. Do anybody know where I am yet? So this is definitely the posher side of Blackpool. This is the more affluent side of Blackpool. Yeah, we'll use the word affluent. It sounds better than posher, doesn't it? It sounds less common. So this is the more affluent side of Blackpool. Now these houses around here, these are more like the £300,000 houses around here, because these are really nice houses. They're all they're massive. They've got massive drives on them. I might actually check and see what the prices are, but I would suggest these are probably around the £300,000 marks around here. Going straight over it, but when you turn in left here, this is one of them really strange places if you're driving, and you have to have really good clutch control when you're turning left here. We're turning right actually, but if you're turning left here, because of the way the hill is designed, it's a really steep hill and it's on a bend as well. It's really, you need really good clutch control when you're doing this so you don't roll back, especially when you've got vehicles behind you. You get a lot of joggers around here and a lot of dog walkers around here as well. I'm just waiting for the cars to go past. There we go, I can now go. So there's like a golf course on my right hand side and also a golf course on the left hand side. Now I'm assuming it's the same golf course, and I think I don't know how you get between the two golf courses. It's like one side X amount of holes, and you assign X amount of holes. You can't really be shooting golf balls across the road, can you? That would just be silly. But I think it's a part of the same golf course. So obviously on my right hand side is the golf course, and on my left hand side is the hospital. This is Blackpool's hospital. We're coming in the back entrance of the hospital here. This is called the Vic Hospital because it's an old Victorian hospital, but obviously there's a lot of new buildings around it now. Just on the left hand side is the ward that I was in when I had my heart operation about 3 years ago, I think that was now. So that's there in front of me on the left hand side is the main entrance to the hospital, the front entrance to the hospital. And just on my right hand side now, and all them buildings you see, is the nurses' accommodation. So that's where the nurses stay. Oh, that sun's a little bit bright, isn't it? And on the left hand side is where you go into the multi-storey car park. We're just going down this direction, and there's some houses along here as well, some nice houses along here as well. And just on my left hand side is the A&E department, the accident and emergency department. And if you ever do need to go to the A&E department, this is where you park, just in here. I'll nip into the car park and show you where we park. If you ever do need to go to the A&E department, this is the parking area. It is pay and display, so look at the prices. Between 0 and 2 hours is £2.70, 2 and 3 hours £3.20, 3 and 6 hours £4.20, and 6 to 24 hours £6.30. That's not too bad, to be fair. Okay guys, I'm going to leave you at that point. Don't forget, if you like this video, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope you've enjoyed this quick drive around, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Okay, let me try and find the way out of here, and bye for now.